The world of 2030 will be radically different from the one most of us were born into, and the global pandemic will only speed up this timeline. Some of the changes on the horizon. Africa's population will top East Asia's for the first time. There will be more grandparents than grandchildren. More than half of the world's net worth will belong to women, and China will be the world's largest economy and consumer market. These trends will bring about fundamental realignments in consumer, labor and financial markets, as well as in global economics and geopolitics. Many of the changes involve population trends. The global birth rate has been on the decline for decades, mainly because women have had increasing access to educational and labor market opportunities. But COVID-19 is accelerating the baby bust, despite couples being confined at home because of quarantine. An estimated 300,000 to 500,000 fewer babies may be born in the United States next year, a projected reduction of about 10% relative to 2019. The economic recession and high unemployment are causing U.S. couples to postpone expanding their families, which will contribute to the overall aging of the U population. As early as 2026, more Americans will be older than 60 instead of below age 20, for the first time in history. Given the accelerating effects of the pandemic, there is considerable concern that Social Security may not be able to cover full benefits due to retirees beyond 2030 because not enough people of working age will be making contributions to the system through payroll taxes. The age of COVID has also intensified the growth gap between emerging markets and the mature economies of Europe and the United States, because governments in East Asia in particular have been more adept at implementing effective public health measures in response to the disease. The American economy has suffered from lockdowns, supply chain disruptions, manual laborers being out of work, and a decline in consumer confidence to a much greater extent than China, India and other emerging markets. The only exception is Latin America, where the virus has wreaked massive economic havoc due to extremely high rates of infections and deaths. Most emerging markets saw smaller economic declines during 2020 and will grow faster in 2021 when compared with the US, let alone Europe, according to the Conference Board, a business think tank. China, in particular, is on target to become a bigger economy and consumer market than the EU within a few years, much earlier than expected, mainly because COVID has crippled the EU economy more intensely than China's. There's no better example of pandemic-related acceleration than the adoption of technology. The future of everyday high-techness arrived in a flash as people in quarantine turned en masse to digital platforms to work from home, attend school, watch TV and movies, and shop.